Hello SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Dreadnought KV-2, which is a Tier 7 Soviet heavy tank. And it's a premium tank. So let's jump right into the stats. So this gun, well this tank is a 152mm gun, KV-2 wise. So the rate of fire is 2.61, which is better than the regular KV-2 at Tier 6. Gets 48 rounds as maximum capacity. Its damage is 700, 700, and 910. Now, here's something that has improved from the original KV-2. Is get 175 ounce AP rounds instead of premium AP rounds. Now it gets premium heat rounds, which do 280mm of penetration, and the highest explosives stay the same at 86 penetration. How's the engine look saying? Well, you have an 890 horsepower engine, which is a 16.74 power to weight ratio, which gets you up to 37 kilometers per hour. Your turret transfer speed is 18 degrees seconds, and your hull is 20 degrees per second, which is much quicker than the regular KV. You get 1,200 hit points. The armor is exactly the same as the regular KV-2. 75 at the front, 75 at the side, and 70 at the back for the hull. Turret armor is the exact same. Your view range is 350 meters, and your signal range is 730. And your XP bonus is 20%, silver bonus is 30%, and as I said before, it plays up to Tier 9. So there's something I did forget to mention. So the aim time is 2.9 seconds, and the accuracy is 0.56, which is better than the original KV-2. So that's the tank stats. So let's jump right into some gameplay. Alright, so we end up on a top tier match on Ardennes, which is a pretty nice map for the the Dreadnought. I gotta remember to say that. It's not the KV-2, which is the KV-2, which is faster. Faster, which you can definitely tell is so much quicker. Oh yeah, about this KV-2, or the Dreadnought, the high explosive rounds are not very effective. Not as effective as they once were on the regular KV-2, since they didn't get a penetration buff. Since the AP and the heat rounds got a penetration buff, they were much more. You'll do more damage, and you'll better likely to penetrate your tanks even more than you were before. So I recommend firing the APs and heat rounds instead for the high explosive. So when I set up this tank, I was expecting that this KV-2 Dreadnought was going to be the exact same as the original KV-2, which it is. I was thinking the high explosive was going to have this massive penetration, the AP rounds and the heat rounds were going to suck. Well, that's not the case. The AP and heat rounds are one of my favorite rounds to fire on this tank. The AP rounds just are better than I thought they would be. So we just one-shot at two tanks right there, and there's an ARL-44. So yeah, aim time accuracy on this tank is greatly improved, and your penetration is strong enough to go through a lot of tanks. Except the ARL-44 front. That's why I aimed at the turret. Counter one of those of my times playing this, and I bounced off the ARL-44 with the heat rounds. So they don't have the best penetration of rounds, but they still have pretty good penetration. There's an aim at Shorty, and he's dead. So we have fired 4 shots. Yeah, 4 shots and 4 kills. 5 shots, 5 kills. What you expect in a KV-2. And there's an IS-2 right there. And there's an OI experimental. And there's the IS-2. and the Churchill 7. So the shot flies high and it ricochets off the side of this turret. I didn't know that, so I was just like, okay, I'm just going to switch to heat for better penetration. And now I'm getting shot on my side by a PK. And artillery finishing them off, and I say affirmative. And the IS-2 hits one on me, but it doesn't do a single bit of damage. And there's the Churchill 7. Say goodbye to your hit points, dude. Oh yeah. There goes the IS-2 firing and penetrating our armor. So I was expecting this IS-2 to jump on top of me, and which he never did. So 6 kills, pretty good. There's an Oni right there. There's only 2 tanks left. Been a pretty quick match. Oh yeah, my very first game in this Dreadnought, I was in a tier 9 match, and most of the tier 9s could not penetrate me. I don't know what it was, but all of them would just ricochet off me. I don't know. I did like 5,000 damage in that game, and all I was shooting was high explosive. And there goes the very final tank. 7 kills in a very quick match. So yeah, that was a victory on Ardennes. This was the Dreadnought. In our time being, we did make 10,666 for XP. XP at 4,248 damage, 789. So that's 720 blocked and 9 penetrations. We got a high caliber at Top Gun for our 7 kills. And yeah. So that was the Dreadnought. Looks like the KV-2. It's much better than the KV-2. I recommend only firing the AP and heat rounds when you're like a tier 7 or tier 8 game. But when you're in a tier 9 game, fire your high explosive, because that's your best option. In tier 9 games, just fire high explosive. It's good. Your AP and heat rounds have really good penetration, but they won't have enough penetration to go through tier 9 tanks, so just fire the high explosive. But anyway, if you want to buy this tank, I say it's completely worth it. I love it. I've been playing in the Dreadnought for about 4 hours now, and as you've seen, I have like 3.5 million silver, and now I have like 6 million silver. 6.5, something like that. So I gained like 3 million silver in like a couple hours. So it does make silver. I do have my Dreadnought set out at the fastest rate of fire I could possibly get it, because I have my 17 perk crew in it for my IS4. So keep that in mind. I also use the consumable and everything like that, as you've seen at the very beginning of the video. But that's it for me. I hope y'all liked this. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And also share Also share it with anybody you think would like the Dreadnought, or anybody that likes the KV-2. This is a really good tank for you. I wasn't expecting much when I first bought this tank, but as soon as I bought it and played a couple of games in it, I really had fun with it. If you want to pick it up, it's a really good tank. But I'm just going to leave y'all with that. Also, remember to SLAPAFISH, and peace out. See ya.